Chronicles here, and welcome to another video. Today we are doing another short story. This is the last one of the second book in the Clockwork Chronicles, also known as the Unforeseen Danger. And yeah, this one is basically occurs after the pretty dramatic climax and torture that our feline friend went through. If you haven't read that part, it was pretty much in the last stream of this story. Minus the final chapter, because stuff happened. But yeah, let's get to it then. The call. Not long had passed since Nettie had returned home with Martin after being rescued from one of Mr. A's men, Gerald. The man had ordered some of the men to fetch her so that he could use her to try to recapture her brother. She couldn't imagine how her brother, knowing it was a possibility, still went to try to help her. She was grateful for his help, grateful to see he hadn't changed too much despite the fact that he had been so much. But the days turned into weeks as the security measures in her town were increased. No one was able to be alone anywhere, especially not her. She didn't mind that at all, except for the fact that it meant there was less of a chance to be alone by herself. But it was a price she was willing to pay if it ensured all of their safety, not just hers. She was sitting in her room, knowing that either Martin or Jimmy would be just outside her door, guarding her. Even though she hated not knowing what was going on with her brother, Sam was unable to help him due to the fact of the rumors and concerns spreading. She had seen what the boy had been capable of. He had saved her brother's life months ago. No doubt he was more than ready. But that wasn't how many people in the cause thought. She had little to no control to do much about it. All she could do was hear the boy out if he needed it. She was glad it helped, knowing he was right. Sammy would have liked to know he was keeping in touch with her, making sure she was safe. Oh, she was sure the men wouldn't attack for a long time now. It's always good to be careful. Sorry, my nose is a little achy today. Hang on. Ooh, that was a big one. Her mind wandered as she tried to figure out what more she could do. Yeah, she hadn't heard from Sam in the past day, but she wasn't terribly concerned. Maybe he was doing better, or maybe just busy. Unless something had happened and he'd gone to do something about it. She knew he wouldn't stand around and let one of his friends get hurt like that. He was a real friend, someone who could be trusted, and she did trust him, since after all, Stampy trusted him. And she was glad that her brother had someone like Sam to help him, even when everyone else would rather betray him or get rid of him. She just hoped the cat would be okay without the boy. Nettie let out a sigh as she stood up from her bed. The early afternoon sun shining into the window that looked out to the forest outside. It was an incredible view, but she knew that there was still so much to discover. But she was happy here, safe and happy. What more could she want? Suddenly, well, I think you can see the mistake there. Her thoughts were interrupted when her door slammed open and she turned to see one of her friends looking at her. "Sam's on the communicator," the YouTuber said between gasps. "He wants to speak with you." "Now?" she asked in surprise. "Something's up and he won't tell me," Samantha said with a small smile. "It's for yours only, I presume." "Okay," she said slowly, unsure of what to say to that as she watched her friend step aside as she went out of her room, out of the door of the cabin that they all shared. Sure enough, both Martin and Jimmy were standing outside her door, perplexed by the sudden intrusion. "Looks like the two of you are coming with me," she said with a smile. Without another word, she walked down the path and to the building where the communicator was put. She knew her friends weren't far behind her, but as she entered the room, she gestured for them to stay outside, just to be safe. Not that anyone had tried to do anything yet, but she didn't want to take any chances. She came to the communicator and looked at the coordinates. She recognized that the coords to the lovely world. But that couldn't be possible, could it? Sam was at the school, trying not to get into trouble. Something happened? Was Stampy okay? Sam, are you there? She called out, feeling a little wave of uneasiness wash over her. She didn't know what to expect, but she did trust that the boy knew what he was doing. Yeah, it's me, the boy replied, but his tone was plain and unrevealing, more stern and determined than anything else. Is everything all right? She asked quietly, feeling that she knew something was wrong. Why else would he risk calling her like this? There was a long pause as she waited for the boy to respond. Finally, she could hear a more softer and tender tone in his voice. No, everything isn't all right. What happened? She asked, ready for anything, but not sure if she truly was ready for anything, what she might discover. Is Stampy okay? She heard the boy swallow, let out a sigh. I think it might be good for me to start from the beginning. She nodded and replied, Take your time, I'm listening. Oh, so he did. He told her about the call he had gotten from the cat, how scared he had been, and how much risk he could it be in if his so-called bodyguards ever found out what he did. She heard the boy's voice shake a little when he told her about Gerald's grand entrance, capturing the cat while Sam was listening to the whole thing. He told her about his escape from the school, and how he went to find Stampy and save him with the help of his friends there. She heard everything, and it shocked her, startled her. All of it was so horrible. Why would anyone do something like that? She asked quietly when he was finally done. I don't know, but he's on a smooth road to recovery, the boy replied. His injuries are pretty serious. So then tell me why you're telling me all this, she replied. We need help, the boy replied. Stampy needs people he can trust surrounding him, to give him a reason to keep going. Squishy, Squid, and the helpers and I can only do so much. So you want me to come? She asked. I gave your promise, Nettie. If we need your help at any point, it's now. The boy said simply. I can't go alone, though. My friends won't have it, she said. Then take someone with you, the boy replied. The more help we have, the better chance we have in helping him. I'll see what I can do, okay? She asked. There's so much to take in right now. Yeah, I know, Sam agreed. But you would want to know you're safe. I know you can help in some way. Thanks, Sam, for telling me, she replied softly. It really means a lot. You deserve to know, Sam stated. Even if the men try to hide it, you deserve to know what's really going on. I'll do my best, she promised. Good, the boy said in return. I'll see you in a bit, then. You too, she said softly, as the communicator disconnected, and she took a step back. There was a long pause of silence before she heard the door behind her creak open. She turned to see her two friends looking at her. The expression on their faces seemed to suggest that they heard everything. So, what are we waiting for? Jimmy asked. You ready to go? Sure we could do this? Nettie asked with uncertainty. You're his sister, Martin said with a smile. You know what he's like. You can help him. I hope so, she replied sadly. Just hearing what he's been through. It's hard to imagine why anyone would do such an awful thing to someone so innocent. We won't let them win, Nettie, Jimmy said with a small grin. You know that. Yeah, I do. She nodded and she took a deep breath. But you two are okay with it? We're coming with you, so of course we are, Martin said with amusement. She chuckled and softly and nodded. Then let's go. Second, the sooner we get there, the better. Couldn't agree more, Jimmy said cheerfully, as they all walked out of the building, making sure everyone was aware of their departure before heading out to the lovely world, where her friends would be waiting for her. Stampy needed all of the help he could get. If she could do something to help him, she wouldn't hesitate to do it. that is all for book 2 of the short stories. We will start book 3 soon. I can't be sure when. I might do the same thing I did before by reading chapter 1. So yeah, that's fine. It's like, the beginning chapters are always a little slow, but then they get a little faster. So just like, I gotta do the summary, and it's better to do it in a video, even though I don't have to. But I like doing it that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or thoughts, be sure to comment down below. And if you have any theories as to what might happen next, feel free to let me know as well, because I wouldn't mind, so long as they're appropriate. Yeah. And that's all for now, I guess. And yeah, I've also been trying to work on other stuff and thinking about a way to do a short story for other characters that I didn't get a chance to do yet. It's just interesting. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that may be. For probably be